Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, Todd.
I know.
What? Hey, everybody out there.
I know a New York liberal atheist Jew living in Madison. What the heck?
You do. I know. What does that even mean? A New York liberal atheist Jew? You know what it means? It means I was raised in a Reformed Jewish household, and I came to my own decisions. That's what it means. But I still identify with my culture and my upbringing and my great-grandma Libby, who I was named for, and my grandpa Chopsy, who I was named for. And yeah, you can take the girl out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl, right?
Yeah.
Right? You can't take the Jew. Like I'm a Jew. That's it. Whatever. But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
No, and actually, what I meant for myself is, what does that mean to me? Like, oh, it's another one of the more interesting people that I've met along my journey in the last 20, 25, 30, 35 years or so,
Yeah.
or something. So, thank you for your friendship. By the
You're
way.
welcome. Thank you. Today's edition of SoulMama Says is dedicated to our dear friend Clyde Stubblefield, who, if you don't know, we lost over the weekend. Very sad. He was 73 years old, and he had been struggling with end-stage renal disease, kidney disease, for 8 years, and been on dialysis for a long time.
You'd never know if you just met him on the street or in a bar, though.
No, and eventually it was too much for his body, and he died on Saturday with his wife Jody by his side, and it's terrible. It's really, really terribly sad. We have a Funky Monday coming up next Monday that I was really looking forward to playing with Clyde, because he hadn't been at the January show. He had been in LA being honored by the Guitar Center Rock Walk. His imprints are there, and I want to go see it when I'm there next month, to see if the imprint of his hand shows his thumb or not. You know, because he was missing his thumb and part of his forefinger.
Kitchen accident.
From a kitchen accident. And yeah, so Clyde was a good friend of mine, and I had been honored and blessed to be able to play with him and sing on stage with him in so many different places and stages of my life. I was pregnant with both my boys on stage with Clyde, and they say that when your children are born, they recognize your voices. Well, mine recognizes Clyde beat. Exactly. So today, rather than being all mournful and sad, we're going to tell our stories of how we met Clyde. And I see that we have a caller. The mighty Joe White is on the line. Oh, that is awesome. You know what? I'm going to turn the volume up on my computer here so I can get the Facebook Live crowd to hear what's going on, if that's going to work. Let's see. Hey, Joe, how you doing? I've been better.
Nice to hear from you, Joe.
Yeah, nice to hear from you, Joe. So you got a How I Met Clyde story you want to tell? Let's hear it. And how old are you now, for reference? Okay, you're young. I'm older than you. Okay, keep going. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. That is so true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That that is fantastic. Those are some wise words to a 13-year-old. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he has always had such a passion for encouraging young drummers and young musicians in general, which has it's one of the things that makes Clyde, like when people say, "Oh, we've lost a great drummer," it's like, yeah, but we've also lost a great man. You know, this was more than anything, he was a generous person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He gave so much to the community of drummers. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. Will you be able to join us at Funky Monday? We're going to do it. We're going to honor the man at the high noon next Monday on the 27th. We'll be able, if you can come, it would be wonderful. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. Of course, anything for the mighty Joe White, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's who that.
That's who that was. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. That's who that was.
Awesome.
Joe, I don't know if you're listening, but you were a monster of a drummer.
That's my husband, Tom. He just joined us. Say hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
I can tell you as a bass player joining Joe White unexpectedly one night,
Ah.
I felt that influence the first time, actually the only time I've ever played with Joe, but it was a surprise, and I don't think we'd ever even met before, and was stuck into this situation, and I turned around, I look at him, man, you have a snappy, snappy snare, man.
Oh yeah, Joe, the
Oh.
mighty Joe. I love that moniker that he has because it is so perfect. He is just, if you ever get the chance, his name, his name is the Art Brothers, right? I think he's got like a jazz funky trio, I think, called the Art Brothers. You should all check that out, the mighty Joe White. My friend Amanda Benzine on Facebook, she wrote, I met him and you at Madison's on Monday with Elf Lettuce opening. Do you remember those days, for all of you out there listening, when we were playing at Madison's after the King Club closed? For a year or so, we were playing at Madison's just across the street on King Street. And this really like funky, jammy hippie band called Elf Lettuce opened for us several times, and it was really great. It would be this very interesting mix of customers and musicians coming to this show, you know, because it was at a restaurant, first of all, right? Did you ever come to Madison?
Yeah, a few times.
It was-
Madison's more like a college bar.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, and so you'd have these young, you know, hippy dippy kids coming in to see Elf Lettuce, this jam band kind of thing, and then you'd have the regular Funky Monday regulars, which was a decidedly older crew, and it was a really interesting thing. That was one of the examples right there of Clyde giving somebody new a chance. right? Our friend Brett actually was the impetus. He's the one I think that introduced Clyde to this band, Elf Lettuce. Brett Schupner, a great friend of ours. And he, introduced him to these guys and was like, hey, we'd love to open up for you. And sure enough, let him do it. And it was a completely, like, random pairing of bands, and Clyde was all about that. He was all about giving people a chance once. Right? Right? If you take that chance and you mess it up, then not so much, right? You're not gonna
That's reasonable.
That's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Generous to a fault, though. I mean, like, really just incredible that way.
Funny guy, too. I
Funny.
remember any number of times he'd go up to the bar, Clyde, how you feeling? With my hands.
Yeah. or with my fingers in my toes. That's the response also. Tom, how did you met Clyde story?
Oh, this must have been about 1996, I think. I was at the Ideal Bar. I was living at Nottingham Co-op at the time. And we were listening to a lot of James Brown, dancing to a lot of James Brown. My favorite song has been, for a long time, I Got the Feeling. Just, I love
Baby,
the groove
baby,
on
I
that.
got that feeling.
I'm about to play your camera over there.
Yeah.
And I knew that he lived in Madison. Finally, here I was in the same place. Someone pointed him out to me, and I got my courage up. I went up to him and said, so I just got to know, was that you on that particular track, I Got the Feeling? He says, yep. And I said, that one's my favorite. He said, that's one of my favorites also. A couple of years later, there I am going every Monday night. It was not the King Club yet, it was still the Chamber, I'm pretty sure. And he had a different band. Mel Ford was on guitar with him.
This was in the 90s.
And yep, and when I would go down in the basement and party with him and his friends during the
Yeah, the basement. We all
great old time.
that's where the
Oh,
party
green room.
happens.
That's where the
Oh,
party
it wasn't
happens.
green.
And
Well,
after
maybe
I
it
kind of got to know him a
was.
little
Like
bit, after I kind of got to know him a little bit, I would ask him a couple of times, can I get up on St. Dock of the Bay, or since we've been together, Al Green, and he'd say, go ask Mel.
I'm just a drummer.
And Mel never said yes, so whatever. I had to move to New York City, live there for 7 years, meet you, bring you back here in order to get on stage with Clyde.
That's right. That's right. I told the story. Did I tell the story last week? Right. Then, so your How I Met Clyde story melds into my How I Met Clyde story. We were visiting for a friend's birthday party, and we were in the process of selling my condo in Brooklyn because it was getting bought out by a big developer for a lot of money, and we were
Staples Centers there, or not
no, the
Staples
Barclays
Center,
Center in
Barclays
Brooklyn.
Center.
My
Right on-
apartment
yeah,
used to be right there
under it.
under it, and yeah, literally.
Under it, yeah.
Great, like old factory. It was a Spalding factory that was 4-story red brick building. I had 13-foot ceilings. I had oak factory floor. Like it was like everything you dreamed of.
I built a little recording studio in there.
In the loft,
that,
yep.
That you couldn't stand up in. You had to.
It was a tiny little loft. And anyway, we ended up out here, and I met Clyde. The whole delicate flower story. I'm wearing a flower in your honor today. I am a delicate flower today. Clyde walked up. He says, "What's a delicate flower like you doing sitting all
The
alone?"
delicate what?
I don't know about delicate.
That's what he said. He
Well,
called
he
me a
hadn't met her
delicate
yet.
flower. I'm a delicate flower forever. You can't tell me any different. I should do an album called "I'm a Delicate Flower." Fuck you, I'm a delicate flower.
Hey, watch this.
Shh, okay, it's for Clyde. Hey, all right. So anyway, you ended up getting on stage with me,
Yep.
singing "Let's Get It On." Welcome to the stage, Southern Wisconsin's Soul Mama, Carolyn Black,
And
and her husband.
Yeah. You learned my name eventually.
All right, we are, please call in 608-210-1667 if you have a How I Met Clyde story. We want to hear it. Soul Mama says, back soon. There it is.
Damn.
So on the Facebook Live video, you can't hear any of this. So it just looks like right? You guys can't hear what's going on
Inserts
the
are
Me
headphones.
and Clyde beat the
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Is there a way to get that like the?
No, probably not.
No, we can't get the sound in the live in the room.
You get the feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
That's right.
We have to figure. I got to figure that out. Like.
Well, just hold the headphones up to the phone, maybe.
No.
Hold it up real close.
Yeah, maybe.
If there's not always three, just take an extra pair.
Yeah. And just hold it up there. Yeah. Oh, hey, Dad. Wait, your dad just joined. Hey, Dad. Hi. How are you?
Tony, I hear you.
I hear you, but I couldn't hear Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't hear. So when people call in to the show,
only
we can
in
only
here.
hear it in the headphones. So if you want to hear what's going on, you have to go to www.madisontalks.com, okay? And then click on live. And it'll go, oh, maybe that'll work. Yes, there is. We're going to try and fix it now with the headphone situation. Okay?
Wow, this is really, 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 really dirty rigging.
That's what we are, man.
Dirty rigging.
We dirty. But yeah, if you want to get like the clear signal, go to
Broadcast blasphemy.
www.madisontalks.com.
Is it Madison
There I am.
Talks?
Madison, no, it's Madison
Madison
Talks.
Talks.
They switched. It's yeah.
Oh, it has been changed.
It has been changed. And click on live, and then you'll get the podcast. All right. So where do we do? Would we like? I don't know.
Well, that might be a little more complicated.
I don't know.
Fast forward years later,
Same
and
dirty rigging.
Clyde's got a regular card game at his house.
That's right. Regular
And
card game.
I think maybe twice I left with more money than I came in with. But with Joey B there, man, that boy, he can play cards. He's really good at reading people's faces, and he always seems to pull that one card that's higher than yours. When you've got a really good hand, you swear you're going to win. And if you were late to Clyde's card game, you would typically get a phone call.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've got one.
Filled
on
with
my old
expletives,
phone.
which we
Yeah.
should not say on the air.
I can't. I put it on.
Where you at, mother? Yeah. Yes, playing cards. So if you were lucky enough to get to play, or unlucky enough, as
Apparently,
the
I
case,
had a standing invitation that I never
Maybe.
took up.
yes, every Sunday night over. Well, not every Sunday. Most Sunday nights over at his place.
It was worth getting fleeced. It really was.
It was a lot of fun. We would have a good time and play cards. At Mother Flower, no, Amanda. I need to do a doodle that says Mother Flower.
And then during break, we'd take a little break. Clyde would say, "Okay, who wants a shot of vodka?"
Who wants a shot of vodka?
And
That's
his
right.
version of a shot of vodka, he would take a water glass,
Mm-hmm.
and his was just down the hatch. I would take my time, and I put my booze away, no problem. But
When
drinking
you're
that
playing
much vodka,
cards, you
Yeah.
kind of want to keep a little straight.
it would get you messed up
Yeah,
as much as possible.
we had a great time though playing cards. I learned how to play Guts. If you're not familiar, that's a fun game. What did we play? 1, 2, 3, low. We played pretty like simple poker. Like it wasn't really complicated, and it was low bets. It was really just for fun. I heard that back in the day, they were like, people would walk away with like $500 and stuff. And I'm really glad that they slowed it down for little old me, because I wasn't ready to bet more than $1 or $2 on anything. I played poker in college with the boys, but still, it was like penny poker.
We had it was a version of poker we called Charlie. I'm pretty sure it was after Charlie Brooks.
Yeah,
Sevens were wild.
double draw, sevens wild, or something like that.
Yeah, and then I made a different
We made
one
Jew
up.
poker.
I made up Jew poker, right? You know, where two-eyed jacks were wild because we always have to keep both our eyes open. I don't think
There was hillbilly poker
I don't
that
think I ever
Snuffy
wanna
made
get
up,
with Jew poker.
right? We had all kinds
Yeah,
of fun.
Snuffy had hillbilly poker.
Let's see. Wait, you said you played Amanda, an 8-person game with him in an after party. He bought in twice, and I won. You won. I only won a handful of times playing. Like walked away with more money. Same thing. It would be like, okay, guys, I'm just gonna play one more hand, and then I really gotta go home. And then that would be the hand that I would like bring it all in. So Todd, do you have a How I Met Clyde story?
I do, and being relatively new to Madison, 7 years now, coming up on 7 years. It was a few years before I was even in. Well, I don't know. It's I'm still meeting musicians around town, so it was a matter of time. It happened probably It was probably about a year ago. I mean, the Bernie Sanders thing that we
Really?
did.
Really?
It was last
So it
year's.
was through me?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's
absolutely
awesome.
through
I
you.
love that.
So we had the Bernie Sanders All-Star gig that we put together at
Yep,
the
for the
High
Bernie
Noon.
Palooza.
And
Can we just say a little prayer for? No. Okay, moving on.
so
Moving on.
I find myself back, and of course we had musicians shuffling around and kind of last minute. Oh well, so and so's going to play on this, and so and so's going to play on this, and,
Yep.
and so and so's
We
not
had
going
an
to play on this
all-star
one.
band,
Right.
the Madison Bernie Palooza All-Stars.
So Clyde was there that night
Yep.
and did play on a few songs, and I was only on a few myself. So yeah, it was a big rotating stage, and I found myself in the green room at one point with him at the High Noon, and it was just him and I, which was
Really?
perfect. So I'm like, all right, great, good timing. Sat down there, and said, Clyde, how are you? My name is Todd. And he shook my hand. He said, I'm sorry about the thumb. I said, you mean the lack of?
He
I
apologized.
said, why are you apologizing about your thumb? What are you talking about, man? We had a good laugh over that.
Oh my
He
gosh.
was like, man, it don't slow me down though. And I go, I feel you there, buddy. You know,
No,
so-
it didn't. It
No.
didn't slow him down.
Well, he had to retrain himself a little bit with his stick handling.
Yeah.
after,
Special
after
glove,
the
didn't
surgery.
Did he have a special thing that he not a prosthetic, but it was like something that he could wear to help him
grip.
play, to help him grip
Yeah,
it.
That
Yeah.
that was the left thumb that he was missing, because that left hand, that was that.
That's the snare hand.
That's
Yeah,
the hand.
That's what gives the funky drummer his funky drummer.
yeah,
ghost
the,
hand,
the
I think
ghost
they call
note,
it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we spent about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes or so just kicking it back in the green room there. And he said, we playing tonight? I said, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I said, maybe not. He goes, well, if not, then next time. I don't know what. Sounds like a plan to me. Then it was about a month later, I think we went to his birthday celebration at the High Noon for a funky Monday night.
Yep.
And he said, we playing tonight? I said, I'm not in your band. Maybe next time then.
So were you playing together at Bernie Palooza that time?
No, actually,
No,
Clyde was going
okay.
to be playing on one song that I was going to be doing, but it got switched up
It
at the
got
last
switched,
minute, and
okay.
Joey Banks ended up playing on that one, and
Gotcha.
which was another surprise pairing. It's like, oh, hadn't played with Joey yet either, so great, there we go.
He's another monster of a drummer.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have played with some of the best drummers in this town. Clyde, unfortunately, has always escaped me, so
He
but that's
eluded
okay.
you.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
You were in
We
the
hung
same.
back.
You hung out. You got to hang out.
There you go.
Were you at the Festivus last year? No, not you weren't. The one that
The year
we had,
before, I could not make that
Yeah.
one, unfortunately, and that was the year that Clyde was over.
We were
right?
very
Yeah.
fortunate. So my husband Tom and I, we have a Festivus party every year.
You mean
if
Carolyn's
are-
husband?
If you are Carolyn's husband,
Yeah.
and if you are lucky enough to
Husband.
be invited, you get to eat a lot of yummy food and hear some great music. And we usually have Yid Vicious play. And this was the one year that we did not. We decided to do a jam, and so Tommy Strader, our good friend, came and set up some drums, and Clyde came and sat down and played some drums, and we have great video of him playing "I Feel Good" while Tom is playing the guitar
I got to jam with
and
Clyde.
singing. So you finally
living
got to
room.
do it. Like you. So all those years that I sang with him, you came on stage and sang with me. Like we would do "Let's Get It On." That was our thing. But you never got to play guitar.
Well, yeah, I did.
With
A couple-
Clyde on
couple of
stage.
times. I
Really?
think at the Bernie thing, I was up there with him.
Oh,
And
right.
I seem to recall also there was a show at the Crystal Corner where I was up there for like 2 songs. or
Yes,
something like that.
that's right.
Yeah, that would have been the first time. With the
That's
guitar.
right. But yeah, so it was wonderful. So we have footage of Clyde in my living room, and it makes me so happy because in the video you see both my children at some point running through. You know, the only person that isn't is me. I wasn't the one taking the video, which is usually the case. But yeah, I'm the
There's
only
plenty
person
of
that's not in
video
it.
of you.
There's plenty of me and Clyde. I've been seeing lots of friends have been wonderful enough to share all of their pictures that they've taken of me and Clyde while we're on stage together. So that's been really nice. There was a beautiful picture that Dave Stoller, if you're out there, hey Dave Stoller, thank you, posted of, it's from behind, of Clyde from behind. So you just see the silhouette of his head and the lights coming, and then me and Charlie Brooks both looking back at Clyde. And Charlie Brooks, if you're not familiar, is Another wonderful man that we lost last year. He was one of Clyde's singers, the great Charlie Brooks, Southern Wisconsin soul brother.
He used to sing with the Temptations.
He was amazing.
Charlie was kind of the same way as Clyde was too. I'll give you a shot. Don't mess it up.
Yeah, don't mess it up.
And Charlie did give me a couple of shots to come up and play with him.
Yeah.
On a handful of occasions, and each time I went, "How'd I do?" He was like, "You coming up next time?"
He told us he was going to hook us up at one point because he loved what we did together.
Oh yeah, he was like, "You guys should do what was it? The Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell stuff." He was like, "You guys should do that." That man had the most velvety, gorgeous voice. Wow, that thing he used to do.
And he would like throw the mic stand down and go down and we'd like
He
pick
had
it back up again.
serious mic skills. Oh my God, that stand.
Well, he was kind of Madison's own James Brown in a way, except not quite the ass that
No,
James
it's
was.
very smooth and soulful
Yeah.
and just.
But I mean, a showman on
gorgeous.
stage like that.
Super showman, a supreme showman, just like Clyde. I mean, one of the things I love about Clyde, not just his playing, but that smile, right? That
warm smile.
That warm megawatt, just his giant. On stage, he was always just like, "I love y'all," Just
I love being where I'm at right now.
Exactly, I love you, Madison. And he just genuinely was. He was just being totally genuine. He was being totally truthful. The way he tells the story of how he met James Brown and how he came to do all the things that he's done, it's like it all just fell in his lap. He's like, I never tried to do any of that. I never expected to be playing in Vietnam or playing. He played at that show in Boston with James Brown during the riots. I mean, he's. I never expected to play with James. I never did any of this stuff.
I think a friend of mine named Steve Heck was at that show. As a
Really,
matter of
in
fact.
Boston?
He and a friend of his were there, and they looked around and they said, "You know what? I think we're the only two white people."
Probably
At
were.
the Boston Garden, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
And then apparently, when "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud" happened, his friend was a little bit obnoxious, said the wrong thing to the wrong person. They had to run.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Which is just a stupid thing to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of went along and did his thing, and just was accepting of everything that came to him. There's a saying about luck. Luck is the intersection of preparation and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like an opportunity presents itself, if you're prepared for it, if you're ready for it, then yeah, you're gonna get it. If you're not, then oh well. So that's not really luck. It's like you have to be prepared, and he just always was open to opportunities and prepared to just play and just do and like you see the footage of him playing with James Brown, just kind of always looking at James. James is just like signaling or whatever, and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever you're going to tell me to do. Here I am." You don't want to get fined. That's true. He's like, "Let me just be here, and play." So we are call in 210-1667, area code 608-210-1667. Tune in www.madisontalks.com. Please share your stories of how I met Clyde. SoulMama out.
That's a clip from the Boston.
Oh, yeah?
You're into, yeah.
Cool. Oh, wait.
What part of Boston?
From the
City?
Boston Garden.
Sponsor city.
No. No, you can't hear it. I don't think so.
Sorry.
Imagine you're hearing Clyde's beat. Let me see if I can just find something over here. Nah. Blah, 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 blah. Well, somebody needs to call in. Whoever's out there watching. Oh, there's just two of you. It's Todd and Amanda, if you're still watching.
Yeah.
Call.
Get a different computer and hook into the podcast that way, and you'll be able to hear Clyde.
You'll be able to hear everything.
There you go.
Call us and tell us your story. We need a story. Somebody needs to tell a story. I'm trying to think if I have another Clyde Funny Clyde story. Who's out there? Ooh, somebody just joined on. Who are you? Make yourself known. Say hello. Like or something. Oh, you left. I scared you away.
No, she's talking to me now. Why are you talking to me?
Oh, man,
Well, you can touch on Joey Banks and how Joey's been working with Clyde for, you know that whole story.
Yeah. Where's Harris? Oh, we're back on?
We're back.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. There he is. There's Mr. Clyde Stubblefield. The funky drummer. Played a little tighten up. We're gonna make it mellow. Dun, 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 dun.
How old is this recording?
I don't know, he sounds young.
He does sound young.
This has got to be like the 90s or something. Come and party! So a lot of people don't know that he didn't just record with James Brown. He recorded several albums of his own. The most recent one was produced by, was it Ben or Lee? It was Leo Sidran, I think, that produced it, called The Original. And it's got this great track on it called I'm the Original, Funky Drummer. Check me out, y'all, funky, funky drummer. And it's got this great female rap by Joy Dragland, who has since moved out to New York.
Comes back on occasion.
Yeah, same with Leo. And it's really great. You should go check out his music. Today, I am wearing a necklace that has a dollar bill in it.
Dollar bill?
Yeah,
$1
you
bill.
know why? Because there's a GoFundMe page set up for Clyde's Memorial Fund, okay? You need to go to GoFundMe and just type in Clyde Stubblefield and donate whatever you can, because he didn't have any health insurance.
Or life insurance.
Or life insurance or anything, and all of the medical expenses that he has incurred, even with Prince paying 80 grand of it however many years ago.
Getting sick is expensive.
Getting sick is very expensive, and when you don't have health insurance. And Jody, his wife, has issues of her own, and so they need our help. And so
Burial isn't cheap either. I'm a life
Nope.
insurance agent. I can tell you that for sure. It's my job to know that.
Well, Clyde actually is going to be cremated, and
Even that's expensive.
yes, it is. It is expensive, and there's going to be a celebration of life, a private ceremony for family and friends, I believe later this week, and then we're going to have a big public party on Monday, Funky Monday at the King Club. Oh wow!
Well, that's where you did play for a number of years. Wow, you just went back in time.
Yeah, I miss that place. I really, really
Me too.
do.
There was
That
a
was
certain magic at that place with the disco
the
ball.
disco ball. That any place with a disco ball, like there's something, and the tile floor and the black banquettes. It was like this
And
really
the horrible sound.
the horrible sound.
one of the
We love you,
monitors
Lisa.
had-
We love you, Jamie. But that place had
High on my list for
because
music
of the-
venues, horrible sound.
It was just the dynamics of the place because of the tile floor, the incredibly high tin ceilings.
One of the monitors was not working.
It was
properly.
just never. Yeah, the nice thing about playing at the High Noon is that the place was built to like
right.
have
Sound
great
is
music.
great.
It was perfect. And nothing against the King Club. We love the King Club, but there's that,
Well, the High Noon's the best venue in the
But-
city as far as I'm concerned.
and there's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, Soul.
Kathy's
Detmers.
selling it to Frank
Frank
Productions.
Productions.
Yeah, she's got I understand that. She's got two little
She's a
boys.
mommy. Yeah.
She's got two little boys. She's got to spend some time on refocusing her attention, as I had to do when our guys were in diapers. When playing every Monday was too much. It was staying out till midnight or 1. It was just I couldn't do it. Now Funky Mondays are at 6. It's awesome.
We're older now.
Because Clyde,
Clyde didn't want to be up
he
that
didn't
late.
want to be up that late
No, I
either.
don't. I don't blame him at all.
No, you got it. We got to do what we got to do. You got so yeah. Please, if you can, make it on Monday to Funky Monday at the High Noon. We're gonna do it upright. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna.
Who's doing the kit Monday night? Is that gonna be Joey?
Joey's gonna play, of course. But when I spoke to him the other day, he said, I think what we'll do from now on to honor him is just always have that second kid on stage, and invite people up to play, because that's what he did. There was always some of Joey's drum students or somebody else, some kid coming up to play, and that's the spirit of Clyde.
Clyde would have loved that.
Yeah, in the name of Clyde.
Can you talk about the foundation, the Clyde Stubblefield Foundation? It's helping.
So the Clyde Stubblefield
out.
Foundation, that's a scholarship fund to help get kids to music school, and that's one of the things that Clyde was always really encouraging, was of young people playing, which is so ironic because he never had a lesson.
Right.
He never had proper training, and he just always, just did his thing. But he was just always so encouraging. He bought, like Joe said earlier, he bought a lot of drum kits. He signed a lot of drum kits, a lot of drumsticks for kids to get them started. And that's amazing. He didn't have to do that, One thing we haven't touched on yet today is that he never was credited for the funky drummer. He has been recognized.
Most sampled musician.
Yeah, when you look up, there's a site you can look up, like a sample thing, and it's like over 1,300 songs.
Every rap group
That they say has
every
been
rap group.
used, that drum pattern, that 20-second drum pattern. And, back in the day, individual musicians didn't get writing credits. It was the band or James, in that case. James Brown got the writing credit for that.
And he didn't write any of the music. The band wrote the music, and he would just come and put the lyrics over it.
So some of it, yeah, when you hear Clyde tell the story of that particular track, he said they were just grooving.
I think it was more than just that track.
Well, but I'm saying specifically with that story, with that track, they were just grooving, and then he just, I like that, I'm gonna come in, and he just started, I don't care, that was it. And so Clyde never got anything for that. And in the early days of hip hop, nobody paid anything. And then they started to catch on, and there were licensing deals, and so now people will be like, oh, well, people didn't rip him off. The licensing was paid.
They borrowed it.
But it wasn't paid to him.
Did they give it back? I don't think so. That's not borrowing.
People talk about without that drum pattern, right? Wait, there's a site. Where is it? Where's that?
Beastie Boys high on the list there too, right?
Beastie Boys, NWA.
It was a post that you had, right, honey? You were talking about. Yeah, no, but there's a list. If you go, let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Well, there's also a little video that was made about it. He was interviewed in it at the King Club. He shows what he was doing. It's a great video. I'm not sure to tell you how to find it. Just search for it. You'll find it.
You'll find it. Wait, where is it? Where is it? I want to find it just because, literally, there's 1,300 songs that sample that little thing. And if all of those people, just give them a little bit of credit,
Give the drummer some.
Give the drummer some, right? That's what I've been hashtagging. I yesterday and the day, once the GoFundMe page was set up, I started tweeting at Dr. Dre.
Did
Chuck
you now?
D. I tweeted at Dr. Dre, Chuck D.
Did you get LL Cool J?
LL Cool J.
Yeah.
I even tweeted at Queen Latifah, even though she never used it, but she has a show and she could get people out there. I said, hey, you use the man's beats. How about pay the man some respect and give the drummer some hashtag give the drummer some, and then put the GoFundMe page on it. So if you are a tweeter, go to Twitter and follow me, SoulMama. And SoulMama says, that's who I am on Twitter, Carolyn Schwartz, SoulMama, and to retweet my tweets. Get these guys to pay up because they need to pay.
Well, they're not legally required to.
No,
but,
they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. But Questlove, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, Questlove, hi out there. Questlove, love you and your afro. But, you know, you are always talking about how Clyde and that Grace Note go to GoFundMe. Okay, Questlove, I'm talking to you right now. Go, and Bootsy, who also was quoted, like, whatever, I'm not going to go there because maybe Bootsy's listening. Hi, Bootsy. Go to GoFundMe and show the man the respect that he deserves and that you are saying that you are giving him, right? All these big guys, all these big names are talking really good talk and saying how, like in these Rolling Stone articles and all these obituaries and stuff, about how hip-hop would not be what it is without that 20-second drum pattern. Like when you, it's amazing. There's a video that goes through and like one after the other. They don't even like, the rhythm doesn't stop. It just goes to the next song, the next song, the next song about, hey Dave, hi Dave Redbard. All of these songs that use it and how it laid the foundation for hip hop. Clyde's beat was the beat that launched hip hop. I don't care who you are, that you cannot deny that without that beat there'd be no Fight the Power.
Everybody has heard
Hello?
that.
There'd be no Fight the frickin' Power without Clyde's beat. So how do you go from there? Right?
Right. I heard an interesting story. A fellow music geek friend of mine said that apparently on a couple of songs, at the very least, of the Beatles' early releases, he actually played on. They dubbed him in because they didn't like the way that Pete Best was sounding or something like that. And then according to some record guys, he played all of the drum lines on the American releases for those early albums. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a great rumor. Anyway.
Here we go. Samples of Funky Drummer by James Brown. If you go to whosampled.com, if you want just an interesting little scroll through hip hop history, and not just hip hop. Apparently Kenny G sampled.
What?
Yep. Melissa Etheridge. She's the only person who ever gave him written credit.
Thanked him.
And he has thanked
she's
Melissa
classy.
Etheridge like on camera for crediting him. Let's see. Dr. Dre, Public Enemy, Jay-Z. I tweeted at Jay-Z. I was like,
Good.
yo, hello.
Yeah. How much money does he have? You could fork over a few dollars.
Mos Def, NWA, LL Cool J, The Executioners, Nicki Minaj. Okay, I tweeted at her too. Yo, Nicki, you weird, freaky, fabulous person, you.
Don't forget
Nicki,
Kirby.
come on. You got to give the drummer some. Okay, that's what we're here doing today. We are giving the drummer some. Go to GoFundMe. Call us, 210-1667, area code 608, and tell us your How I Met Clyde story. We got one more segment coming back at you. Yeah. There's, look at this, 1,300. Where is it?
That's insane.
67.
I was filling in with Bly the Gambler one time, and so yeah, I didn't know who the drummer was. And she didn't have any idea until like a couple of days before. She goes, "Oh, it's Joe White." I'm like, "Never met him." And so we sit down, like, "All right, you ready?" He's like, "Cool deal, man." And I just, when he started playing, I just turned around and looked.
Yeah, he's got quite a snap.
That
Sublime.
was fun.
Sublime. Okay? Sublime. The Beasties, Run DMC, I mean, Eric B. and Rakim, Common, De La Soul, Sinead O'Connor. Okay?
Well, Sinead was a Prince protege.
Yeah, so that makes sense. The Roots, like, come on, guys.
But do you think that there is
George
a
Michael.
single DJ out there, a hip-hop DJ, that didn't
No.
use that beat? How could you
No,
not use it?
even Ed Sheeran. I tweeted at him, too.
Anybody getting back to you?
No. I don't know, actually. I haven't been on Twitter yet today.
Can I do the lead in here?
Yeah, what do you want to do? What do you want to talk about?
Just, can you hear me?
Are we on yet? Okay.
There we go. Just want to say before I forget, shout out to any of my Boston friends who might happen to be listening to this. The night before Clyde died, I lost another friend. The guy's a year younger than me. His name is Ted Collins. We were very close in junior high and high school, and he was healthy, didn't smoke cigarettes, wasn't overweight, and he just died suddenly. We still don't know why. It's a bitch of a weekend.
Really
Yeah,
was.
yeah, and also just a couple of days before that, I think Steve Peterson died.
Yes.
Who was a local bass player, correct, from Madison.
And then Larry Coryell the day after.
Larry Coryell died, yeah.
Jazz
Steve
guitarist.
Peterson had moved to Nashville, right? He retired and just dropped dead suddenly. So there's lots of that happening.
A lousy week.
Lousy week. People need to hug each other
I keep seeing,
and tell each other that you love them. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a long time.
I keep seeing on Facebook also, a lot of my Facebook friends are saying that someone close to them died, and I'm seeing it again and again. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I think with the advent of technology, hey Darren, if you have a story, Darren, you need to call. Okay, I need you to call 608-210-1667. Call the station so that we can or the station. Call the studio Call the studio so we can get your story of how you met Clyde, because I'm sure it's a good one. I guess a lot of our friends are at work right now, so they can't call and they're not looking. But hopefully they will watch later.
What does it say about 3 of us?
Yeah, we're working. Hey, I'm working hard for the people.
That's true. True.
About dropping dead, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that says about what's going on right now. I think people are stressed out. I think people are worried about their future. I know for Clyde, he was at the end of a very long battle, and it was his time. I think he was living on. I think we all knew deep down that he was living on borrowed time.
Yeah.
The average person who's on dialysis does so for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He was on it for 8.
8, yeah.
And this is a man who had already beaten cancer, and had diabetes, and had lost his thumb. And
Which he's sorry about.
Which he's sorry about.
In a bizarre pizza making accident, I think it was.
No, he reached into the oven to get a thing of, I think, cornbread. I don't know. When our son Zeke got the chance to interview him last month,
Might have been the last person that interviewed.
he had to. The line of questioning was, have you ever tried to do something and failed, and been unsuccessful? And how did that help you? How did it change you? How did it make you a better person? And so, Clyde, did you ever do something and fail? Nope. Did you ever try to do something and it didn't work out? Nope.
Cornbread.
Well, okay, so what about when you burned your thumb, when you lost your thumb? Did it stop you? Nope. And it was like, oh, okay, how do we tailor these answers? So the last question was, what did you learn? Did you learn anything? And he's like, well, I learned not to reach into the oven without a pot holder.
Well, that's a valid
And that was like,
answer.
this is the man who lost his finger, and he was still being humorous about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you do that? How do you?
Oops.
And he just forged on. Like I went to go visit him in the hospital after he lost his thumb, and he was there, and he was probably still pretty medicated. But I walked in, and I brought my guitar with me. When I lived in New York, I used to volunteer with this organization called Musicians on Call, which is a fantastic nonprofit that sends musicians to hospitals, hospices, long-term care facilities, and so on to play for musicians. Hey, Hannah, to play for patients who otherwise wouldn't be able to make it to the common room for a performance. There's always performances. Musical performances, at hospitals and stuff, but they're usually in somewhat of a common space. Not everyone can get to those spaces. So this organization sends them to individual rooms, and I did that in New York for a couple of years while we lived there. And it was the most rewarding, amazing thing. If you haven't done that and and if you're interested in donating to Musicians on Call, I suggest go checking them out. If you live in a city that has Musicians on Call and you're a musician and you're looking for a way to give back to your community, I highly recommend doing that. But so I took it upon myself to go visit Clyde with my guitar, and started playing "Baby I Love You." If you want my loving, yeah. If you really do. And because that was one of the songs that I played with Clyde every time we played. And he picked up the knife. There was like a knife and fork, from his food. It wasn't like a knife, Picked up a knife and just started tapping along.
Look out, he's got a knife.
Look out, he's got a knife. But he just started tapping along with me as I played. This man just lost his thumb. He's in the hospital, medicated, and I'm playing, and he picks up the knife to tap along.
Indefatigable.
And yes, indefatigable. That's a hard word. That's a really hard word. Indefeatable. No.
Indefatigable.
Whatever. He said it.
Fatigued.
Could not be put down. Like, just would not let anything stop him. After he died, Ryan, who was a good friend of ours, who worked at the hospital and was there, came to hang out and, drink and be miserable for a little bit. And I told him that story about, me going to visit him at the hospital, and he's like, "That was you? I heard about that." Like, he wasn't working that day, somebody else was, and I hadn't realized that he worked at the hospital. And the person that told him about it said that it just changed the energy in the room. Like, it really
always does.
Lifted his spirits, and it was incredible. And if you can do that, if you can go and sing for somebody,
it's a mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah. If you're not familiar with the term, it's a Hebrew word for good deed.
Good deed.
And you should do that. You should go and do
Oh,
a good deed. Hi, Patricia. Yeah, you should go and do a good deed, especially for someone who can't get out of their hospital room or their bed. Those people, even if they can't express to you that they need it, they need music. We all need music. We all need music. Clyde's beat will live within us forever.
Can you imagine life without music?
No.
I can't.
No.
I wake up in the morning every day, and there's always music going through my head. Sometimes it was, usually it's the same song
from last night.
From last
night
night
when I went to sleep. And for the last few days, it's been, I got the feeling that there it is, there's that song.
Baby, I got the feeling.
Earworm.
Well, you'll be able to hear it on Monday. I'm sure we'll be playing it on Monday at the High Noon.
Monday, 6 p.m.?
Monday, 6 p.m., Funky Monday, at the High Noon Saloon. If you are in the Madison area and you want to be with other people who love Clyde and will always love Clyde, I'm not gonna say past tense because I love Clyde.
Well, we know that went worldwide, the love of Clyde.
The love of Clyde went worldwide.
Last year when I put some picture up on social media about a year ago. It was probably his birthday celebration last year. And a friend of my wife's chimed in from California. She said, "I just realized that one of the three people tagged in this picture, which was Clyde, I also have a mutual friend with, which she didn't understand it at first, but she realized it was her son's drum teacher.
I was like,
He's
wait a
friends
minute.
with Clyde. She said, so she asked him about
Clyde.
Stubblefield's influence. And your friends know Clyde? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's this amazing thing,
Bing.
I've been since his death, I've been getting lots of love from friends far and wide. A lot of my friends from New York know that I played with him, and it's really wonderful to see all the love and support that people have for Clyde. I know that it is helpful to Jody Hannon, his widow, to see all the love and support. And it'll be even more helpful if we can get the kind of support that folds. We love the kind that jingles, but want the kind that folds. Please, please, please. I'm going to plug this one more time. Go to GoFundMe, okay? GoFundMe.com. Type in Clyde Stubblefield, and please donate what you can, even $5 if that's all you can, to his memorial fund. We need to give the man a proper send-off. He deserves that and even more.
And the concourse that you mentioned there?
That's private, and we don't know what the details are
They were
for
good
that.
enough to donate.
We don't know what the details are for that yet. So we're just trying to get people to come to the high noon on Monday and show your support and love. From my friend Clyde, my 7-year-old, yesterday said, "Hey, Mommy, at least you'll have your memories, and you'll have your you can look at your phone." He said, "You can look at your phone and the pictures." And I said, "Yeah, and I'll always have his beat, and so will you."
We love you, Clyde.
Beat goes
We
on.
love you, Clyde. The beat goes on forever. Funky Monday forever. SoulMama says, signing out. See you next week.
Peace.
Oh! I don't think you can hear. Oh, make sure you come to the high noon on Monday if you can, people, okay? Mwah.